Okay, we are back in the Do-It-Yourself book marketing course from Red Thread Publishing. I'm Sierra Melker, walking you through the launch phase. So, you've spent a fair deal of time in your pre-launch. You have really given it your best. You've set up a bunch of systems, social media campaigns, email campaigns. You have some launch events scheduled for the couple of days surrounding your book coming out. You have a launch team in place, ready to hit and run. Hit it and run. Getting a little punchy, as you will too. So, in the launch phase, this is where all of the hard work that you've put into place actually happens. This is when you activate your launch team. You tell them this is it. Okay, if you haven't pre-ordered, pre-order now. The book comes out tomorrow. Leave a review with this link first thing in the morning. When you're asking people to do things for you, make it as easy as possible. Okay, click this link, leave your review. Click this link, leave the same review on Goodreads as you left on Amazon. 2 reviews in, blah, 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 blah. Here's, share this on your social media. They will then share. They might also share from the heart, but if you give them something to work with, it just makes it easier for everybody, especially if you're asking a fair deal of a few people. Your social media blitz is all ready to go, okay? Everything's pre-scheduled, it's automated, life is going to be pretty easy. If there's anything, you just have to hit a button and it goes, and you are as ready as you're going to be, okay? You've set your schedule, you have some pre-scheduled events, pre-recorded events, some live events, but every day you're really gonna be visible for people in the week before, the week after, and maybe even a 3-week window around the launch of your book. This is all we can do. The last thing to expect is that no matter how much time you've put into your pre-launch, this launch phase, you're going to freak out a little bit. There is not a way around it, and there shouldn't be, okay? The launching of a book is a huge emotional endeavor. It is the culmination of so much work, not just in the marketing, which is plenty of work, but in the writing and the editing and the living that you had to do to get to this point. So inevitably, you will be feeling feelings, okay? And they'll probably be less than convenient and they might be overwhelming. And again, this is what the community is for, okay? Because we will all be there, or we've already been there. And, in a lot of things, they're like, oh, it gets easier with time and with practice. My second book launch was just as freaky as the first one. The only difference was I knew to expect it to be freaky. And so that's why I'm sharing this here. There is nothing that you have done wrong if you are having feelings on the days before your book comes out and the day it comes out, okay? So that's something to expect, look forward to. You can share in the group. You can go live in the group. You can have a meltdown in the group. You can ask for support in the group. Remember that you are not alone. That's what the community is for, okay? I will take advantage of that as well. Next time I publish a book, I will share live and in person, the whole shebang. So, but you have everything set as much as humanly possible to support you, your launch, and your book. Okay? Activate your launch team, make sure they know what's going on. Remind them how and check in with them. Those reviews are especially important. They can share book quotes. You can have created social media images, have them take a picture of themselves holding the book. That's like, oh, real people with real books. That's so cool. Maybe they'll promote on their blog or newsletter and podcast. There's just so many ways to get other people really lending their energy towards your effort, and it's super, super powerful. It's incredible to witness and fabulous to sort of be on the receiving end of that. So the last thing is just to double check everything. Okay, aim for your 50 reviews, double check your social media. Have you included all the links to the podcasts? Is everything up to date? Are all of the right links where they belong? Is everything scheduled for the day it's supposed to go out? things might go wrong and you'll have to put out little fires. That's okay. Most of the work has already been done for you. And then just commit, if you haven't already scheduled it, go live in one way or another. Be seen in the flesh, in the virtual flesh, however it looks, every single day for the week before and the week after your book comes out. Share the journey, share the information. Let your readers and your audience into the experience, and then let them know what's going on so that they can help, they can participate, they can share, they can. And if you want them to share, ask them to share. They won't automatically share unless you say, share this, please. And sometimes they still might not, but you've given them every opportunity to share. Okay, and so that's it. Honestly, that's it. Reach out to the community. Let us help you, okay? Let us be part of the celebration. And then celebrate, okay? You have worked so hard to get yourself here, so hard to write a book and share it with the world, get your book ready for publishing, that if you immediately go from this training into the next training, the impact phase, you will have missed the whole point. And again, this is my weakness. I run into the next thing if I have not scheduled the celebration. So part of your pre-launch, if you haven't done it already, is to make sure there is some honoring and acknowledging of how far you've come. Make sure that there's some celebrating prepped, planned, ready to go. So whether you want it or not, you get to celebrate your hard work. That is an essential sort of a prerequisite before you move out of the launch phase and into the impact phase, where you just sort of begin to find a new groove, a regular thing that you just do with your book. It's like, yep, I know every month these are how I show up for my audience. This is how I show up for my book. I continue the book sales, I continue the appearances, I continue this, I continue that. And then look back, what worked really well, what didn't work so well, what should you abandon, what should you improve a little bit. Is there something that didn't get done in the pre-launch because you didn't have enough time? Go back and implement and institute a new method. This is how we continue to show up for our book, but not until after we have really, really celebrated. Take some pictures of however you celebrate. That's part of your social media campaign. Everything that you're doing feeds into everything else that you're doing. Okay? So take a deep breath. This is the moment that you've been working so hard for. Try to stay present with it. Even if the present moment looks like you're freaking out, that's a great place to be. It will not last forever. It is expected. It's almost a requirement of the process. And you have just done so much incredible work. Pause, acknowledge it, and celebrate. So the deepest congratulations to you. I am so grateful to have contributed and been a part of your journey. I'm not done, even though it sounds like I am. I just wanted to pause and honor and celebrate you. In the next training, we're going to look at what are the things that we do after the books come out and how do we keep that momentum going. I'll see you in the next training.